It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Breaking news here, not about the rain, but about the Los Angeles Lakers. And we grabbed the guy who knows more about the Lakers than anybody in the world, the Duke of Sports. The Duke is here. Eric Sklar, how you, bub?
Ding dong, Timmy. What's up?
Buddy, this is a major breaking story in sports.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Lakers?
So obviously we know that the Lakers were sold a few months ago to Mark Walter, the owner of the Dodgers. So the Buss family gave up their controlling ownership to Mark Walter. Mark Walter now owns the majority of the Lakers. The Buss family still retained about 15%, enough to keep Jeannie as the face of the team on the board of governors for the NBA.
Right.
But we knew once Mark Walter took over as owner, there were probably going to be some changes in the front office. When you buy a team for $5+ billion like he paid, you're going to want to have your own imprint on the team.
Sure.
And
makes sense. Joey
and Jesse Buss are Jeannie's younger brothers.
Are those the two youngest of his 6 kids?
Yeah. So Dr. Jerry Buss had 6 kids.
Right.
Jeannie, obviously the face of the Lakers, owner, all of that. Joey and Jesse, younger, they've been in the front office for the Lakers for the last 20 years in the scouting department. Jesse Buss was the assistant GM. Joey Buss was the VP of research and development. This morning, they were fired.
Wow. And they've brought in some pretty decent talent.
I mean, Alex Caruso, Austin Reaves, Kyle Kuzma. They're responsible for a lot of
LeBron James.
They don't get the credit for LeBron. Magic Johnson gets the credit for LeBron.
Okay, that makes sense.
But they were the heart and soul of the Lakers scouting department. They ran that thing, and now they are technically out of a job. I mean, they retained
as when immediately?
Yeah, this morning.
Wow.
They retain their ownership status, but their day-to-day front office gigs, they've been fired, and a majority of the scouting department was also let go this morning.
Who's replacing it? That's a big department, isn't it?
Well, the Lakers actually had one of the smallest scouting departments in the league. They didn't even have a pro-level scouting department.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, the Lakers were called a mom and pop organization for a long time.
Right.
And now that we got big, like $300+ billion in ownership now, ownership is probably going to be spending a lot more money on the scouting department. So
probably, but you know what? But those kids, and I call them kids, they're probably as old as I am. But they were very successful. I mean, this team is 11-4 this year.
Yeah, they're 11-4 this year.
And LeBron missed the first 13 or 14 games.
Yeah, it's the first time he's missed time to start a season in his career.
And they're still 11-4.
Yeah, but like I said, when you pay $5+ billion for a team, you kind of want your own imprint.
Right
now. The agreement was between Jeannie Buss and Mark Walter that Jeannie would stay on for a certain amount of time. We don't really know exactly how long that is, but Jeannie is going to stay on with the team as the governor and the face of the team at the league meetings and all of that type of stuff for the time being. There was kind of an understanding that I think Jesse and Joey were going to be part of that, but also when it came to the actual sale, the Lakers were owned by the Buss family trust, and the trust had to agree by a majority to sell the team. And the reports were that the vote between the 6 Buss siblings was split 4-2.
To sell or not to sell?
To sell.
Right.
And everybody pretty much, it's kind of like an unspoken thing, but it's pretty much assumed Jesse and Joey Buss were the 2 votes against
is that right?
Selling the team.
Wow.
Because you got to think, Dr. Jerry Buss had set up the trust and the Lakers and everything for it to be passed down to his kids.
Right.
Jeannie got her turn. Jim tried to get his turn, but that didn't work out. And Jeannie and Jim had their blow up a couple of years ago.
I see. So you're saying that these kids were waiting for their shot to run the team.
Exactly.
Right.
So they had been in the front office the last 20 years, patiently waiting, developing the scouting department, building it, and doing a pretty good job at it. And now...
Right, with very little salary room.
Yeah, and very little resources to use as well.
Right.
And so now,
although playing for the Lakers is a pretty good, it's firsthand.
Yes, but I'm talking about the resources Jesse and Joey had in terms of scouting because of how small that department was.
Right, but when you say to somebody who's playing in Cleveland, "Hey, you want to come play for Lakers?" I mean, that's a great first step.
Yeah, but free agency and the draft are pretty different.
Okay, so these kids are conflicted now because they can't go be scouts or GMs for other teams while still owning part of the Lakers.
Technically. Now, a few months ago, they had announced that they were starting their own sports acquisition firm separate from the Lakers. And that, I think, was kind of the writing on the wall that I saw, that I was like, their time might be coming up soon.
So what does that mean? They're going to become agents or?
No, they're going to own other sports franchises.
Oh, really?
Supposedly.
Okay. All right. How old are those kids, by the way? Do you know?
I believe they're in their 40s.
All right. What a life, to be in your 40s and own the Lakers. God almighty. It beats a lot of jobs around here.
But I thought a move like this was going to happen. Either it should have happened before the season started or after this season. I was not expecting a move like this mid-season. Lakers starting the season 11-4, third in the West. Everything's going
great.
Well.
What caused it, do you think?
I really ultimately think them voting against the sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there are some reports, like a quote from Jesse Buss in the ESPN article that was dropped about this says, quote, "Dr. Buss's idea was for Joey and I to run basketball operations one day," Jesse Buss told ESPN, referring to their father, Jerry Buss. Quote, but Jeannie has effectively kept herself in place with her siblings fired.
Wow. A lot of bad blood there.
I don't think Thanksgiving is going to be a happy holiday this season at the Buss family house.
That's crazy. All right. Well, I mean, it is odd, but you understand when a guy spends $5 billion, he wants his team in there. So,
yeah,
and his guys have done pretty good for other franchises that they've owned.
Exactly. I mean, when Mark Walter and the Guggenheim Group took over the Dodgers, Ned Colletti was the GM of the Dodgers, and he was there for maybe a year or two, and then they ended up getting rid of him, bringing in Andrew Friedman, Farhan Zaidi from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right.
And now look at where the Dodgers are at 10 years later.
3 World Series.
Yeah, 3 World Series in 6 years, back-to-back, first back-to-back in 25 years.
And screwed out of another one.
Yeah, well, yeah, 2 of them technically.
Well, yeah, I guess 2 of them technically, right? All right, but but that's why. What is Magic Johnson's then job with the Lakers? Anything?
He doesn't currently have a job with the Lakers,
but he's part of the Guggenheim team, though. Right?
Yeah, he's technically part of the Guggenheim Group, so yeah, he's technically an owner of the Lakers again, but he's more of a face than...
He should become a bigger face for that franchise. Everybody loves
I don't know
Magic
if that's
Johnson.
possible.
Everybody loves that dude.
You remember how Magic Johnson left the last time he was in the Lakers front office? He just quit day of game day. He didn't give Jeannie Buss a heads up, and the media just ambushes him before the game. It was
odd.
It was bad.
All right, you're at the Duke of Sports on social media.
Yes.
The Duke of Sports.
Yes.
And you could use another half dozen to a dozen followers.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Go follow the Duke of Sports. If you like this show or if you like the Duke, follow him. He could use a bump here. The Duke of Sports. Appreciate it. Buddy, appreciate you coming in.
Ding dong. Thanks,
All right,
Timmy.
ding dong with you. The Duke of Sports. And the Lakers. Big news, man. Unbelievable.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Conway Show. We have a lot of rain out in the high desert. If you live in Barstow, you are getting absolutely worked right now. And that storm is going to continue. So if you're driving to Las Vegas tonight, again, you're getting a jump on the holiday. You're going to go visit mom or dad. Maybe dad had a gambling Jones and moved the family to Vegas. That's possible. Then you're going to have rain almost the entire trip to Las Vegas. And that storm is going to follow you on the 15 freeway from Barstow. And if you're driving slow enough, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour because it's pouring and you can't see anything, you'll be inside of that storm and getting irrigated. Absolutely a deluge up there. You are going to get worked by this rain, just waterlogged. So you're going to be driving in rain all the way to Las Vegas. Now, the other rain here that's local is more in, let's see here, there's San Bernardino, Riverside. It's just left Irvine. Pasadena just got a lot of it. Upland let's see what the time is on this. 6. Okay. So at around 6:40. Okay. In about 10 minutes from now, you're going to absolutely feel it if you're up in, let me get the timing on this right. If you're up in Apple Valley, Hesperia, there's a big, huge cell that's just blown through your area and another one on its way. And if you're in the lowlands, from Riverside all the way to Oceanside, it's actually further north. From San Diego to Riverside, there is one huge wall of storms and rain, possible lightning. It doesn't look like there's much lightning, but Menifee is going to get absolutely drenched in the next 10, 15 minutes. Paris, it's coming towards Hemet. There's a huge line of storms. It's one big line that goes basically from Barstow to San Diego. This is huge. And so if you live in the path from San Diego to Barstow, you are getting wet. Right now, you're getting soaked. So you got to turn around and go to Yorba Linda tomorrow night because it's not safe to drive out there. Yorba Linda will be out there doing a live broadcast, even in the rain. We'll put Crozier in the parking lot. He can
Let's
deal
do
with
it. Yeah. That's nice.
Something nice, get the pneumonia before the holidays.
Get one of those hats with the little umbrella on top of the hat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's always a good look. But you can get out there. If you can get out there tomorrow, we'll be there from 4 to 8 p.m. And it's for Katarina's Club, raising money for these kids to eat food. Now, if you don't think feeding kids that are starving is important, then just go about your day. But if you do feel like kids should have a meal, you got to show up. You got to be there. So we're expecting a lot of people to come, even if it's raining. Smart and Final, 21500 Yorba Linda Boulevard, right off the 91. You'll see it there, and we'll all be there. There'll be lights and signs, and you'll find a parking spot nearby. Bring your umbrella in case it's raining, and we'll have a great time. A great time. All right, Topanga Canyon Topanga Canyon has had its problems. A lot of struggles here with Topanga Canyon. Not only are they getting mud flow and water, the burn scar area, they're having to deal with some of that on the southern part of that canyon. But also the businesses are struggling up there because they relied on people going from the San Fernando Valley to the beach and then stopping in a beautiful little tiny town called, I think they call it Topanga or Topanga Canyon. And it's great. There's about 5, 6, restaurants and shops there. There's a little post office there. And it's like old school California. You feel like you're in the 1960s or 70s when you drive through there. But now that when they close this Topanga Canyon and you can't get through there, a lot of these shops are struggling.
When it rains and there's debris flow and mud flow that impacts Topanga Canyon Boulevard, it also impacts the shops here in Topanga Canyon.
That's right.
A lot of the business owners say the rain and the fires have made business really slow down.
Topanga Canyon was closed to traffic earlier this week because of heavy rain. Past storms have triggered mud and debris flow, impacting Topanga Canyon Boulevard. And as the area prepares for even more wet weather, the vulnerable hillsides are on the minds of many, especially those who work in Topanga Canyon.
All of our businesses are suffering when it rains.
Tara Freed is a manager at Topanga Homegrown.
And as you can see, this shop is really special, and there are a lot of other small businesses that are very unique.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is great. If you've not seen it, you got to try to get out there. Maybe, when they open it up and they clean it up a little. But it's a beautiful part of Southern California.
And very unusual, I'll say.
Next door is a shop called The Well Refill.
We sell a bunch of bulk refill as far as like body care and home care products.
Tough to move a lot of that, I believe.
A lot of our stuff is eco-friendly packaged so that you can kind of help eliminate the waste that you make in your everyday life.
That's what I'm looking for.
These locally owned and operated shops depend on foot traffic for business, and they've already seen a dip in customers since the Palisades fire.
We've lost a lot of people, a lot of friends and family that no longer are in the area. And that's a great big loss for us.
Now, with the rain and closures of Topanga Canyon Boulevard, business has been hurting.
It's been slow.
Topanga Canyon Boulevard is typically closed nightly as crews work on long-term recovery from the damage caused by the Palisades fire.
Oh, I didn't know that. They close that thing nightly? That's crazy. How are these businesses going to survive?
Caltrans has not announced the boulevard will close ahead of this incoming storm.
All right, if you do get an opportunity, slide up there and even if, visit these shops and get some of the, environmentally friendly, face masks or whatever they're selling up there. But it really is beautiful. Inn of the Seventh Ray, I don't know if that's still open, but that was a spectacular restaurant. Very romantic. And that's what I'm all about. I was voted most romantic guy in Burbank, which I thought was pretty cool. 2 years in a row, sort of back to back.
In Burbank.
That's right. Yeah. It's not a lot of people knew about it and talked about it, but back to back years. And I thought that was pretty dead on, by the way, pretty right on. I usually don't, accept awards and very humble crap like that, but I think I nailed those two years in a row.
I'm so curious now. Like, what made you receive the most romantic guy in Burbank 2 years in a row?
I'm just everything. I'm about the flower petals and the sweets.
Really?
Yeah, candles.
Really?
Yeah, I knock it out.
Candles.
Yeah, there was a place down. What was that place in San Clemente? Casa de Romantica.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what a big plaque in Burbank is in front of my house.
Oh,
in Burbank. Yeah.
You weren't born there? I thought you were born there.
Well, I sort of made the name for the house, follows me around everywhere. Because I love, my favorite thing in the world is when I was dating, or now that I'm married, is when the woman that I was with said, "Can we talk?" I love that. Put on a big pot of coffee. Put sit Indian style or crisscross applesauce on the couch. Put a pillow on my lap.
Chin in the palm of your hand.
And hope that lasts all night.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, love those talks.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Conway Show. Neil Saavedra joins us. How you, bub?
Love that guy.
Yes.
Nice to see you, sir.
Buddy, always nice to see you. I heard that you guys are doing a remote on Saturday.
Yeah. So Saturday, we're going to be out at Mission Viejo.
Oh, Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's out there.
Is that at 23022 Alicia Parkway?
That's the one.
Wow.
And you're going to be out tomorrow at My Belinda.
Right. Yes, your Belinda.
Yeah, My Belinda.
And 21500 Your Belinda Boulevard, and raising money for Katarina's Club. And I always give this woman credit, because if it wasn't for her, we'd not be doing this. But Michelle Cube is responsible for all this.
I just got off the phone. She knows where everybody is right now around Pastathon season. She knows where everybody is. Where are you? Yep. Are you bringing something, or are you taking something in regards to the Pastathon?
And she'll be there on December 2nd from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Oh, no, she's the first one in and the last one out.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So Thanksgiving is 1 week from today.
Yeah.
And did you see these prices in some of these grocery stores, like Walmart or Ralph's? They're offering turkeys for like 58 cents a pound.
Yeah, the turkeys are a big deal right now. We're doing pretty good. Last year we had the big bird flu, and although that's not completely stamped out, the fact is they're going to be a loss leader probably for some.
Oh, I'm sure.
To get people in and to buy the sides and everything else.
Yeah. But there's something I don't know. Maybe it's because you remember your childhood. But there's something about the smell of a turkey baking that's like nothing else in the world.
It's okay. Onions, great. Garlic, sauteing, just the smells. Yeah. Fresh bread or pancakes in the morning, like bacon in the morning, like all these things have all direct connections. Yeah. And turkey's right up there. Turkey's one of those things where you smell the Thanksgiving feast And I know that to a lot of people, the turkey is not the most flavorful thing on the planet, but it can be.
Yeah.
It is, and if it's moist, and the next day with the sandwiches.
Oh, it's unreal. On white bread with mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah, with a little bit of maybe some stuffing in there as well. Or I'm a dark meat guy. I like the combination, but I like good dark meat. So it's like.
What about turkey? You like that too?
What?
So here's the one thing I think that is missing on Thanksgiving, and it happened at my grandmother's, it happened at my mom's as well. When you wake up early on Thanksgiving, there's no breakfast. They're already starting to put the dinner together.
Oh, yeah.
No breakfast.
No, there's the cereal box. It looks like Seinfeld's house, his apartment. Right. Just cereal boxes. And
there's no pancakes, no bacon.
Yeah,
nothing.
You'll get breakfast on Christmas.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And you'll still get dinner.
That's
but
right.
on Thanksgiving, no.
Yeah, because it does take, it takes 2 or 3 days to prep that meal.
It does, but I think the stress makes it a little worse because really the turkey you kind of put in there.
Right.
And you really shouldn't have to fuss with it.
Right, but everything has to come together. Everything is a timing. Everything's timing.
That's different. That is different.
Potatoes, beans.
I think the first couple of years of the Fork Report, and when it came to Thanksgiving, we had charts you could download.
Oh, that's great.
Because
when to start something?
Yeah, you can time everything.
That's great.
But really, then you get thrown off because a family member who said they're going to bring something needs to reheat it in the oven that you already have that real estate set for. So you have to know what people are bringing. You have to know if they're bringing serving spoons or not. You're like, it's not you're going to get it down. It's whoever's coming going to throw you off.
But I think that all of that has to be organized. If somebody shows up and they say, "Can I use your oven?" I think that's extremely rude.
Well, no, because they feel like, no, I'm bringing this for you.
I know, but they have got to know that the oven's on and it's being used.
But that's you and me.
And you're out.
You're out. Like I'm bringing mac and cheese. That's our job this year. And
mac and cheese is great. That's an awesome touchdown.
That's a good one. And you can do it in a crock pot. The second it's done, I unplug it. I wrap it in. This is a trick that caterers do. They wrap all this stuff in saran wrap, in plastic wrap. You just keep so nothing leaks.
Right.
Put it somewhere safe. Drive it in, and it's going to be still warm enough when you get there.
My wife makes the best macaroni and cheese in the world, and she always brings 2 full trays because it evaporates. It just flies off the shelf.
Yeah, you have to double it.
Yeah.
Oh, your wife's a good cook. I've had her pasta. I've had her baked stuff.
Yeah, she baked some cookies right here on the desk out here.
I didn't come here for you.
But she one year, we were up in Oregon for Christmas, and she made her macaroni and cheese, and she brought it to the big Christmas dinner, and I tasted it, and I said, "Sweetie," I said, "what is this? What happened here?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" And she tasted it, and she goes, "Oh, you're right." She replaced the fresh cheese with Velveeta, and it wasn't supposed to be Velveeta. It was supposed to be fresh cheese, and everybody knew it. Everybody knew it.
But Velveeta is great for a mac
I know,
and cheese.
but in her particular recipe, it had to be that specific cheese, and she remembers that to this day because everybody talks about her mac and cheese. I should bring it in one day. It is unbelievable, and it's like burnt on top. The Stouffer's is very good for boxed mac and cheese. The Stouffer's mac and cheese.
A box mac and cheese, like
frozen macaroni and cheese.
Oh, frozen, yeah.
It takes 9 hours to make, though.
Yeah, it's like their lasagna.
Right,
put it in on Tuesday.
Right, yeah, but it's one big hot brick.
Yeah,
but the Stouffer's does a great job with that frozen macaroni and cheese.
And their lasagna's pretty darn good.
But how do you burn it on top? Do you put it under broil at the end?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and if you're going to put crumbs, a crumb topping on there, or toast crumbs or whatnot, you toss them. Toss them in a skillet with some butter before you do it.
The best.
Good.
All right, you're going to be at Wendy's the day after tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Neil Saavedra broadcasting live.
Bill Handel's coming too.
Oh, that's cool.
He heard there was free food.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. All right. Mission Viejo 23022 Alicia Parkway. 23022 Alicia Parkway. Neil Saavedra and Bill Handel. 2 to 5 p.m. on Saturday. Maybe we'll see you out there, buddy. Probably not.
You're gonna.
Well,
go.
we have family in town. We can't do Thanksgiving on Thursday because not all of my wife's family can make it, so we're doing it Saturday, which is great for me because then I can be the cheap guy on Friday that buys a turkey the day after Thanksgiving and get a sweet deal.
Oh, man.
Sweet.
You're going to be set.
Oh, my God. I'm going to go in for 8 cents a pound.
Oh, is this a Chateaubriand? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure is.
All cheap crap that was left on Thursday, I'm going to get it for discount.
Yeah, you're going to find it's going to be nothing but that, pumpkin spread and stuffing.
That's right.
All that's going to be left.
My discounted Thanksgiving. Buddy, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
I hope you have a huge crowd out there Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. at Wendy's, Alicia Parkway, 23022 Alicia Parkway. Ding dong with you.
No, ding and the dong with you, sir.
Thank you.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Conway Show. It is raining out there from Barstow to San Diego. A straight line. If you made a straight line from Barstow to San Diego, that's where the rain is. Victorville, Palm Springs, Oceanside, San Diego, straight line right down there. And then Santa Barbara is about to get hit by another storm. They've already had, I think, 8 or 9 inches of rain in the last week. So it's a lot of rain out there. It's still happening. All right. The holidays are here at the Disneyland Resort. And KFI wants to give you a chance to enjoy an unbelievable season during the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration. Experience seasonal celebrations at Disney Festival of Holidays, I should say, and the nighttime spectacular World of Color Happiness at Disney California Adventure Park. Over at Disneyland Park, rediscover holiday classics like the Fireworks Spectacular, Believe in Holiday Magic, a Christmas Fantasy Parade, and much more. Keep listening to KFI for your chance to win a 4-pack of 1-day, 1-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. Holiday offerings are available now through January 7th. Offering subject to restrictions and change without notice. And we're giving those away on Friday. So that's tomorrow. Somebody is going to get that. I'm watching TV, and this time of year, there's a lot of charity work out there. And thank God that they're out there because a lot of people would have nothing to eat unless they were out there. And I'm watching this one where cars are driving through and they stop and people load the car up with food. And I don't know why I can't stand this, but I cannot stand watching people put food into a car or a truck, and that car or truck is worth $75,000. It drives me crazy. And I don't know what it is. I don't know the people who own that car. Maybe that's not paid off. Maybe they owe $75,000 on the $80,000 car. But if I were running one of those charities, I would have to say you have to have 2 of the following on your car to get food. You either have to have the donut, the spare tire on the car. You have to have duct tape somewhere on the car. The car has to be smoking. There has to be smoke coming out of the engine or the exhaust pipe. One of 2 could be a cracked windshield. If you have a cracked windshield and a lot of dents.
There you go.
Dents, a lot of dents. Then you get food.
Faded paint.
Yeah, or a quarter panel that's a different color than your car.
Totally like.
Yeah, you have like a red primer. Car and it's gray.
Any primer seen right. on the car.
Another one, 2 or more lights on the car that are out. Gone.
2.
At least 2 lights out. Headlights, turn lights, brake lights, whatever. 2 or more out. You're in if you have expired plates. You have expired plates, you get food. And you
even
have
if it's a nice car?
Even if it's a nice car. If you have expired plates, you get food.
Okay.
And you have to have at least 3 bumper stickers.
Oh.
And they can say anything. That's up to you. But at least 3 bumper stickers. Because really, only, I hate to say this, but rich people don't put bumper stickers on their car.
How about a AAA sticker?
That really doesn't count. No. I like AAA. I think you get the AAA sticker, and that's I'll grandfather that in.
I mean, you don't need to put a AAA sticker on your car.
No, but I'm talking about the Save the Whales, know.
Right, the fish.
Yeah.
How about a fish? A fish decal.
The fishes go okay, too. But it's got to be on the inside window. It can't be on the back fender. On the back bumper.
Gotcha.
Anything on the back bumper, you're out. But if you have 3 or more, you get food. You get yourself food. Because wealthy people don't do that. They don't put bumper stickers on their car.
Yeah.
You never see that. Like a Range Rover with bumper stickers on. Never see it. Ever. It's
Unless
just
they're like hippies.
No, it's just a guy driving
like the
around an old
Subarus
van.
And got the, the little, like the forest stickers because they go camping all the time.
Yeah, there are some stickers that are allowable, but the, save the whales, save the snails, those stickers.
Snails.
Or the one that has peace in all the different religious signs.
Coexist.
Coexist, yeah.
Right, yeah. I love the stickers or the placards outside of homes that say, this is a peaceful home. This is a, diverse home. This is a home where everybody's treated the same way. I'm like, man, if I was a robber, I know there's not a gun in there. I'd bust into that home pretty quickly. I'd leave the homes alone that have American flags because there's guns on the inside. At least one, probably 10.
Not that you're giving tips or anything to
they know it.
Burglars.
Everybody on the street knows the rules. They know the game. They know the rules. All right, we're going to be there tomorrow, so come on by. We will see you in Yorba Linda.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 4 to 8. We're staying an extra hour just so everybody can come by.
Yeah, you get a bonus.
And you can buy food there and donate it right there to Caterina's Club.
That's the best part. You don't have to go anywhere. You just show up and then just start giving.
Yeah. And I think they know that, so they're going to stock up on the sauces and the pasta and make sure that everybody has enough there.
Good point.
Yeah. And we'll have special guests out there. It'll be cool.
Really?
Yep. I don't know who. A lot like the gift bags. I'm not sure who they're going to be.
But it's going to be special.
Yeah. I think Chip Yost from Channel 5 is going to try to stop by. That guy does a great job out there for KTLA. And I think Tim Lynn, also from KTLA. Used to fly for KTLA. I think he's coming out as well. Because I asked him, I said, hey, we're going to be in Yorba Linda. And he said, bat signal recognized.
And it's funny because Tim retired, I don't know, how long ago?
Yeah, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago.
But he's still used on almost every chase by the
That's
networks.
right.
They still call him up.
They call him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sits there with his drink in his hand and calls the chase.
That's the best way, man. Retire and you still get buzzed.
That's right.
In multiple ways.
And you can't even tell he's buzzed. The guy's a true pro out there. His only downfall, he's a major Anaheim Ducks fan. Major fan. And
I'll be at his hood though tomorrow at least. So.
And that team is kicking ass. They're the number one team in the West, in the Western Division. Number one team. They got it going on. They hired a coach. They used to coach Granville. He used to coach for Chicago, and he came in and revamped that team. And now they're kicking ass. I got to look that up before you. Yeah, we have time real quick. Let me look it up. I think that team is number one. Let me look at NHL standings. Let's see. NHL standings. I think they're numero uno in the West. Yes, they are. They have 27 points. They're 3 points ahead of the Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights, and also 3 points ahead of the Kings. The Anaheim Ducks are the number one team in the Pacific Division in the West. Number one. And they're number two in the entire West with 27 points. And they have the third best record in all of hockey. Only the Hurricanes, Colorado have a better record. Hurricanes, Colorado, and I think, Hurricanes, Colorado have better records. The Anaheim Ducks are the number 3 team in the entire NHL. Number 3. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought that team would do anything. They're kicking ass, which is great for Orange County. All right, we are live on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.